Hi everyone, it's Debbie from Dare to Date, and this morning I want to talk to you about maybe you've met someone at a singles event, you've met someone online or maybe in real life. How do you know if they're right for you and how can you make it last? I want to go through approximately 8 tips this morning. And in the digital dating age, it appears, you go online and there's literally thousands of singles. So it can appear like there's a lot of choice out there and you can end up getting stuck in analysis paralysis. And, we end up being really overly judgmental. And the whole being overly judgmental can actually cause you to miss out on the person that's right for you. So I want to go through 8 tips this morning to help you avoid the trap of missing out on that perfect person for you. And number 1 is I want you to look for what's right rather than looking for their faults. It can be way too easy when you've been hurt in the past to look for things that aren't going to work in a person rather than look for things that are right. My advice is relax. Go with the flow. Take the time to actually enjoy someone's company. Everyone has a mix of good and bad, and I want you to say, if you set out trying to look for what their faults are, you're going to find something. You look for something far enough, you're going to find it. So it's important to start off looking at the positive instead of the negative. Next tip, don't take everything so seriously. It's so easy to get hung up about wasting time. And look, this goes for every age range. Whether you're young, whether you're wanting to have kids, or whether you've had a failed relationship. The number one thing I hear is, I don't want to waste time, I don't have time to waste. The whole energy that you go in that space doesn't work for dating. It makes you look either pushy, too desperate, too keen, instead of just being relaxed and knowing that you're not giving the desire for love without the capacity to find it. Relationships are meant to be fun. Dating can be fun. They're not job interviews. It's not a range of qualifying people. This whole, how people show up with this urgency to, do you want kids? Do you want this? Do you want that? Girls that sit across a guy on the first date and go, well, are you up for having babies? That makes anyone want to run. Have a sense of humour. Have a sense of fun. Changes the whole energy you give to dating. Number 3, trust your feelings. We have feelings for a reason, and they should be listened to. Basically, when you feel good when you're with someone, you should feel good when you're with them and when you're not with them. And the basis of a good relationship is trust and security. If you question it the minute you're away from them, it either indicates that there's something wrong with the relationship or you haven't dealt with your past baggage. Many singles haven't dealt with their baggage and it causes problems. Personally, when I work with a client, I like to work with some of the things that are preventing them from finding love. And it comes from your past experiences of love not working. It comes with heavy energy. It also comes with you. When you act out of fear, you create self-fulfilling prophecies. Now, one great example of this is for anyone watching Married at First Sight, Tove and Sarah, great chemistry, great relationship. First 4 weeks, no argument, no anything. Now, Sarah has been abandoned in the past and she has a fear of being abandoned, which makes her more needy. Also, her style of relationship is she likes to spend every minute together. Tove, on the other hand, likes to go to the gym by himself, likes to have some time to himself. So when those needs aren't getting met, the insecurities and the arguments, and you can end up creating self-fulfilling prophecies that will actually wreck your relationship. Now, the best way to have a great relationship is to deal with some of that baggage while you're single. And look, I can definitely help you in that space and change the results you're getting. Now, PAIN, the acronym for PAIN is please acknowledge information now. So if there's something causing you grief, there's something that you need to look at. Number 4, chemistry and how you feel at the beginning of the relationship is no indicator of great compatibility. Now, we've all had that amazing chemistry relationship that's addictive, where you can't get enough of the person. It doesn't even mean you might have liked them. Relationship success in those cases isn't so good. Now, chemistry is a strange mix of so many things, and the dictionary meaning of chemistry is it's an elusive spark. And it really is. It comes from your definition of love, your patterns of receiving and giving love, your beliefs in that space. Also, chemistry is proven to actually shut down your brain when it comes to logic. So when you first meet someone, there's so many factors in play. You might want to believe everything they say. You might get carried away with the excitement. You might even see what you want to see rather than what's in front of you. So it's important to remember that chemistry is only one factor of a great relationship. A lot of the research to what makes a happy couple is shared values. Shared values are the things that bring you together, and when you don't have them, push you apart. So it's really important to know what someone values, not so much what their interests are. You know, if I value family and you don't, or if one person values traveling all the time and the other one doesn't, those things are going to tear a relationship apart. You know, if one person believes in God and the other one doesn't, huge issue. Number 5, don't look for your value from a relationship. Someone does not complete you. You need to be complete in yourself. 2 halves don't make a whole. Love yourself first and know that you're unique and one of a kind. We attract the love we think we deserve. From The Perks of Being a Wallflower is my favourite quote. So, like attracts like. If you don't like yourself, you're liable to attract someone who also doesn't think that greatly of you. So look at that. Also, it changes the energy you give out. Someone that's really comfortable in their skin is absolutely magnetic. We want to be around them. Looking to feel validated or feel love is a recipe for disaster. Getting the love you want starts with you. And you're creating all of your relationships one way or the other. You know, if you want help in this space, online I do have a program on how to love yourself, which will let you work through some steps over 6 weeks that will actually change the energy you give out. Look, I also work with this one-on-one with clients and change the results by changing the way you feel about yourself. And you really only have control over you. Okay, number 6, balance is important. To have a great relationship, it needs to be balanced. You need to have the perfect mix of being together and being apart. Doing too much on your own doesn't create a good relationship. Being joined at the hip also doesn't. Can cause neediness or relationship. So a balance is easy to choose that healthy, great relationship. Be open. Don't let your fear of getting hurt get in the way. Self-protection is something that we're born, we have as a deep instinctual thing. When we've been hurt in the past, our brain and our subconscious will look for ways of protecting us from being hurt again in the future. But self-protection can work against you in a relationship. It can end up making you push people away and create self-fulfilling prophecies. It's time to trust yourself to make a good choice. Trust your gut feeling. In my experience, your gut feeling doesn't lie unless you've got so much baggage that you cannot really connect to a healthy relationship. Finally, be honest and be authentic and be you. Do not twist yourself into any shape to get the relationship you want. So many relationships fail down the track because people say, well, they weren't like that when I was going out. If you don't like the person how they are, don't date them. Be authentically you. Build that trust. Obviously, I talked about too much information. That's not honesty, and not being authentic is just giving too much information. Anyway, on that note, I've probably talked to you too much on a Sunday morning. I just want to, if you're wanting to meet someone, we've got some cool events coming up. We've got our all ages singles party coming up this Friday, and it attracts a really good range of people. And you might meet someone that you've run into before and you want to date. It really gives you the time to get over just that 5 minutes. And they're a lot of fun. we're having it in the city. It gives you the capacity to go out afterwards, to meet some awesome people, meet some new friends, take the pressure off yourself. Anyway, love talking to you this morning. Have a great Sunday.